What you're seeing here today is the US President Donald Trump announcing the creation of what he calls the Board of Peace. On the surface, it sounds noble: peace, construction, ending war, but the real story isn't the announcement itself. It's who showed up and who didn't. Trump invited 60 countries to participate. We'd expect America's closest allies, especially Europe, to be front and center. But only around 22 countries initially accepted, and the most striking absence was the European Union. America's allies said no. And that's where the real problem begins. Europe didn't just decline politely, they reject the Board of Peace outright. Some said it threatens the United States, others said Trump himself give powers no sovereign country could legally accept. According to the Board of Peace Charter, Trump alone can admit or expel members. Decisions are made by majority vote unless Trump disagrees. And his decision overrides everyone else. Italy said its constitution makes participation impossible. Spain said the UN already exists and that this board served no purpose. Britain objected to Russia's inclusion while Europe is still backing Ukraine. In short, Europe saw this board as not a peacekeeping but a power consolidation. At the same time, Trump was unveiling this board, something else was happening. Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, announced a plan that may redefine Gaza entirely. Disarm Hamas in exchange for reconstruction, withdrawal of Israeli forces, and Palestinian self-governance. Not rhetoric, a full framework. And simultaneously, in Cairo, Egypt hosted the first meeting of Palestinian Technocrat Committee to govern Gaza, the very thing Israel blocked for years. So now we have three events happening at once: a Board of Peace, a Gaza disarmament plan, and a new governing Palestinian structure. That's not coincidence, that's real good coordination. So what is the Board of Peace really is all about? Officially, Trump says it exists to end the war in Gaza, rebuild the Strip, and resolve Palestinian sufferings, but once approved by the Security Council, it mandates quietly expanded. The board now claims responsibility for resolving global conflicts. In other words, an alternative world order shared by Trump himself. And countries were told, join the 3-year or pay $1 billion for permanent membership. Trump said the money would go to fund Gaza's reconstruction. Russia said, that's fine, but take the money out of my $1 billion frozen accounts that are under sanction. Canada got disinvited entirely after clashing with Trump over sovereignty and missile system. China said it's studying the offer. Australia said it didn't even have the time to read it. Yet, others rushed in. Russia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the UAE, Qatar, Pakistan, Indonesia, Israel, Argentina. Now, you might ask, why would they do that? They see the UN as paralyzed and Trump as effective. In Ukraine, Zelensky agreed to negotiable terms under Trump's. In Sudan, US-backed talks pushed for a political ceasefire. And in Gaza, Kushner's plan offers something unprecedented: reconstruction tied directly to demilitarization, Palestinian governments, and economic revival. Under this plan, Hamas military wing would be dismantled entirely, weapons destroyed, tunnel eliminated, and fighters given 3 options: amnesty and civilian life, relocation abroad, or integration into a Palestinian police force after security approval. Reconstruction would start in Rafah and expand north. Ports, airports, industrial zones, jobs, a Gaza with zero unemployment, only if Hamas disarmed. Whether you believe this plan is insincere or strategic is another debate, but it is the most detailed proposal anyone has put forward to date. And then there is Greenland. Europe said Trump could never take it. He did, without even firing a shot. Instead of annexing the entire island, Trump negotiated control over key regions, rare minerals, energy reserves, and military bases tied to the Golden Dome, missile defenses. In exchange, Europe avoided tariffs and military confrontation. Greenland holds 43 of the world's 50 rare minerals. Control it and China loses leverage. Militarily, Greenland controls Arctic sea lanes and submarine routes strategically. It's priceless. Europe justified the deal by saying the Golden Dome protects everyone, even though experts says it may take 17 years and over $300 billion to build. if it's even possible at all. But the outcome is clear. Trump secured Greenland, created a parallel global board to the UN, attracted key regional powers, and sidelined the United Nations. So here's the real question, and it's not rhetorical. If you had the choice, would you trust run by the United Nations or one run by a board piece that is chaired by one single man? Or do you believe neither deserve all that power? That's the debate we have today, and it's already begun. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. And again, thank you for watching.